How's it going, people? TheCompleteRS here, and welcome to your quest guide for Royal Trouble. No fast forwarding, no nonsense, just what you need to know. Let's get into it. So, quest requirements. You need to have done Throne of Miscellania for this one. Skill-wise, you will require 40 Thieving and 40 Slayer. Item-wise, you'll want to bring along 5 coal. And recommended stuff-wise, there is some combat involved towards the end. There's like a mini-boss fight, so you will need some combat gear and some food. And I highly, highly recommend a Ring of Wealth with teleport charges, as that will speed this quest up quite a lot, as there's a fair bit of running back and forth between the Queen and the King. So that Ring of Wealth will speed her up, and I will be using one in this quest guide. So to start this quest, you need to come up to Miscellania, go in to the Western Castle, the Miscellania Castle, and we need to speak to Advisor Grim to start this quest off. Definitely worth doing this quest if you do run your kingdom, as it makes it a hell of a lot more profitable, and just in general, a lot more useful. So, without further ado then, make your way up to Miscellania, come over to the Miscellania Castle, come up to the throne room, and let's get this started, shall we? Here we go. So, once you're up in the castle then, you want to speak to Advisor Grim to start off this quest. Run through his chat, choose option 2, has anything happened recently? Run through his chat some more, and go ahead and accept the quest. Once you've done that, go north through the first door, and in this northwest room you'll find Princess Astrid. Go ahead and speak to her. Run through her chat, and you'll have a little cutscene. So, as always, just quickly spam through the chat, there's nothing interesting here. Just hold down your spacebar. And once you've gone through the cutscene, go ahead and speak to King Vargas. Run through his chat, and choose option 1, right away, your majesty. So once you've done that, we now need to make our way outside of the castle. So go through the southern doorway, go through the second door, and go down the stairs. Make your way just outside the castle walls, and here you will find the gardener Gunhild. Go ahead and speak to her. She's right next to the herb patch. Right by here. So run through her chat, choose option 1, Royal Trouble. And once you've done that, you want to make your way back upstairs and speak to King Vargas. Let's go ahead and talk to the big fella, run through his chat. And we now got to go all the way over to Etc. and speak to the Queen. So exit out of the castle, run all the way over to the east side of the island, make your way up to the top floor of the Eastern Castle, and speak to Queen Sigrid. So once you're over your head inside the castle then, and you want to go up the stairs down towards the southeast. And once you're up here, go ahead and speak to the Queen. Run through a chat and choose option 1. Of course, it's my duty. Then you want to head back downstairs, and just outside of the castle you got the 2 little houses. On the southern house you should find Matilda either inside or just wandering around outside. Go ahead and speak to her. Run through a chat nice and quick. Then you want to head back upstairs in the castle, as we need to speak to the Queen again. So speak to Queen Sigrid, run through a chat, and choose option 2, I suppose so. So now you need to go ahead and speak to King Vargas. If you've got your Ring of Wealth, just teleport straight to Miscellania. If not, run all the way over. Either way, once you're here, go ahead and speak to him. Run through his chat for a little. and then you need to speak to Advisor Grimm. Choose option 1, King Vargas asked me to talk to you. Run through his chat. And we've now got to go speak to the sailor. So you want to head out of the castle then, and you want to head towards the south end of this little island, the same place you come up to Miscellania if you're going across the boat. And we need to speak to that sailor there. So from the castle, head east, and you can follow the pathway down towards the southeast between the fields, and that'll take you straight to the sailor. Make sure you right click on him and talk to, as the left click option will just make you travel straight to Relica. So right click, talk to this sailor right by here. Choose option 2, I'm looking for a sailor. Run through his chat. And you want 1 inventory space now, and we need to go and speak to the King Vargas. So make sure you got an inventory space. Either run back up to the castle or teleport with your ring. I will be teleporting. And go ahead and speak to the king. Run through his chat. And the fight is coming up in just a moment, so if you do need to bank, now's the time to do it. And nice little interesting thing I come across, might happen to you, but my Miscellania completely nutly glitched when I teleported you. As you can see, absolutely nothing's loaded. The doors half work, half don't, and I have no stairs. So if this happens to you, literally all you got to do is just log out, log back in, and that should fix the problem. Yeah, I don't know what's going on either, but I broke Miscellania. So once you finish talking to the king, you want to head downstairs, and on the south side, inside the castle walls, you'll find a little trap door, just down by here. So exit the castle itself, come down towards the south, and you'll see this trap door. Try to go down it, the guard will stop you, run through his chat, and he'll let you go down. Make your way in, and you want to go to the eastern hut, the little pub symbol, and inside you'll find a bloke named Donald. Go ahead and speak to him. Run through his chat nice and quick, and choose option 1, of course. Dealing with monsters is my job. Eventually, he'll give you a mine prop. With that, you want to head up to the northwest side of this little cave system, and you'll see a little entrance you can go through on this wall right here. Go ahead and use your mining prop first, and then squeeze through the hole. You want to pick up the engine on the left side of the room, and then the 2 crates just to the south of you, you want to take out 3 pulley beams, 3 normal beams, and you'll also want to take 1 rope. You can get the rope from the northern crate. So with the engine, 3 pulleys, 3 normal beams, and the rope in hand, you want to use your coal on the engine in your inventory. So use all 5 pieces of your coal on that engine. You then want to use a pulley beam on the scaffolding to the east side. Then you want to use a normal beam on a pulley beam in your inventory. Then use the long pulley beam we just made with another normal beam. I'll make a longer version of it. Then use this longer pulley beam on the scaffolding. Then use a pulley beam on the scaffolding. And then you want to use your rope on the scaffolding. Once you've done that, you should have 1 beam remaining. On the north side of that scaffolding is a little platform. Looks like a couple of planks on the floor. Go ahead and use it on that. Then you want to use your engine on the engine platform in the centre of the scaffolding. Once you've done that, go to the northern crate, take 1 more rope, and then use the lift to get upstairs. Once you're up here, pick up that plank nearby. And on the east side is a little cave entrance you can crawl through. Go ahead and do so. So you'll now be in a long tunnel system. This part is fairly straightforward. It's a one-way system. Just run all the way across. The first obstacle, you want to use that rope on the overhanging rock so you can swing across. Go ahead and swing on it. And you'll find a little campfire nearby. Go ahead and search that. So left click on it to search. And you should obtain a burnt diary. So throughout this tunnel you'll come across these fires. Make sure you search every single one you come across. Once you've done so, carry on through the tunnel system. There'll be some small stones on the floor here. If you're in high detail, it'll look like you can just run straight through, but apparently there's water there. Go ahead and use your plank on these small stones, or the rocks I should say, and you'll be able to cross them. As you can see by screen, or my screen right now, it looks like there's nothing there, you can just run across, but apparently there's obstacles. Yeah, I don't know either. Once you've crossed those small rocks though, you'll find another campfire. Go ahead and search that. Once you've done so, run up towards your north and you'll find yet another campfire. Then you'll come to these vents. You can surge across these to avoid taking any damage. If not, just run through it, you'll take small amounts. And once you're on the other side of the vents, there's another fire to search. Go ahead and do so. Carry on following the pathway. And you'll come across one more fire. Go ahead and search this. And again, just follow the tunnel around. And you should come to this dead end here. So once you're at the dead end, go ahead and read through the diary. So just open it up, spam through all the pages, and then close. Once you've read through the diary, go ahead and squeeze through the gap. Upon going through the gap, you'll get a little cutscene, and you'll find out a bunch of friendly kids have somehow managed to find their way here, and they're being boobs. So eventually, once you regain control, just keep spamming through the chat until eventually they shut up. Once the cutscene's done, just talk to any one of them to start a conversation and just spam through all of it. And once you finish the conversation with them, carry on down through this tunnel. And coming up is going to be the boss fight then. So you've got to fight a giant sea snake now. It's not exactly a high level. It's level 63. It's got about 13k HP. It's fairly straightforward. It doesn't take a massive amount to actually kill. You can do this at a fairly low level with enough food. So you should be golden. So just follow this all the way through till eventually you come to a little cave entrance. Go ahead and squeeze through it. And this snake will spawn. Go ahead and stab it in the face until it is no more. So once it's dead, you'll be a bunch of drops on the floor. Make sure you take the box. That is the main thing we need. You may as well pick up everything if you've got the room. Once you've got it, head back outside. There'll now be a rope right next to you can use to exit. Go ahead and do so. And you'll appear next to the etc. castle. So once you're back topside, you want to head in and speak to the queen. So head into the castle and go up the stairs in the southeast corner. Once you're up here, go ahead and speak to Queen Sigrid. Run through a chat nice and quick. And last but not least, we need to speak to the king. So you want to head back over to Miscellania. So if you've got the Ring of Wealth, go ahead, straight teleport. If not, run all the way to the Western Castle and speak to King Vargas. And that finishes up the quest. So job done, people. For doing this, you gain 1 quest point, 20k gold, 5k XP in agility, slayer and HP. They're all lamps. And you also gain increased resources from Miscellania Kingdom and access to that dungeon which connects Miscellania and etc., which is meh. The main reason to do this is the XP bonus, which is always nice, and the extra resources from Miscellania when you manage your kingdom from now on. Absolutely amazing reward, definitely worth it, probably one of the better rewards from a quest in the game, as you can actually make profit from doing kingdom, to be fair. And even if you can't, if you're an Iron Man, it's an absolute godsend to have. So there we go, that is your Royal Trouble quest guide, done and dusted. Hopefully you found it useful, and you've now completed it. Till next time then, I'll catch you all later. Have a good one.